All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another week of the Weeb Weekly. Today, we are covering a little bit of MHA, a little bit of the Star Wars Bad Batch, a little bit of catching up with Jose. We have officially completed, beated, finished Jujutsu Kaisen. So you better believe we were talking Nobara today. We are maybe going to talk a little Castlevania, a little Netflix special, probably get deeper into it next week. But hey, we're periphery today. But per usual, you know I'm being joined out of Texas. Jose, how you doing?
It is your boy from the island now in the Texas mainland. How are you doing, you guys? I am doing great today.
That's good to hear. And then out of Baltimore, we got Mizu. How you doing?
What's up, everyone? It's your Mizu Kage of the Hit and Miss Village on TikTok. How y'all doing?
All right, guys, we have a massive announcement for the show at the end of the podcast today. So listen, either strap in, sit down, and listen to the whole thing, or skip to the end. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, but if you want to hear a massive development for this show, we got it coming at the end here. But before we get into that, because that's at the end, we got to start somewhere. And the only logical place to start is Bad Batch. Okay, we got 2 episodes to talk about this week. I opened the first one. I was like, only a half hour. We went from an hour and 10 minutes to a half hour. What's going on here? And then I realized, I was like, only 1.5 hours. We were all texting. You're like, hey, listen, guys, there's more. There's more to watch. Like, oh shit, I gotta sit down. I gotta sit down and get into this. I enjoyed it. I think it's starting to build the bigger universe, and we are starting to see the formation of legitimate evil motherfuckers. Oh my god, the Death Troopers go hard.
Yeah, they do.
That's the second episode. That's my little tasting for me. But what'd you guys think about that first episode there?
You can go first, Mizu.
Honestly, I definitely agree. I like how we're seeing the transition of how they went from using clone troopers to actually enlisting people into the Empire. Yeah. And the whole concept was like, oh yeah, we can have loyal troops instead of just having, genetically altered soldiers. Plus, it's also being cost effective. But I also love the fact
that weird they're pinching pennies.
I know it is very interesting to see them do that. Yeah. But it was also, but the other guy made a good point that it's also to show loyalty, because it does kind of come off a certain way if you have these genetically altered soldiers and instead of people who are willing to join.
Oh, there's a difference between conscripted, and
there you go. There we go.
Willingly signing the papers. Yeah. There's a difference between a draft and just going to get it yourself.
Exactly. And they're trying to show that people who join, it shows that they're willing to give their lives for the Empire instead of being forced to, in a way.
Yeah,
for
sure.
A sense of choice, but not really, in a way.
And that's a sense of choice is a big theme we saw in that second episode.
Yep,
for real. Honestly, I like the direction what they're doing with what's his name again, the sniper dude.
Crosshairs.
Yeah,
Crosshairs. I like what they're doing with his character, because he's just getting. Though it's sad to see him going against his old crew, but
he's losing his way.
Character development, though.
Yeah,
especially that one scene where he was trying to train the recruits. I don't want to detail yet until
it was. I don't know if I would use the word train. It was more get thrown into the fire. It was like learning to fly as a bird. You're jumping out that nest, or you're either flying or you're dying. That's basically what's going on. What'd you think, Jose?
I love it, and I called it, bro. They're gonna turn him into a villain, at least in the beginning. I think there's gonna be some sort of redemption, or we're going to see him become like the leader of the Death Troopers. Because this is like they confirmed that this is basically the first elite squadron of the Death Troopers, so that's why. So they're like Dave Filoni's basically trying to fill in a lot of the gaps that happen with like Rogue One. And the transition between like the Empire from like the like Empire pre Rogue One and then post Rogue One, right? So that's that's what we're trying to mesh here. And obviously, like with the advent of Order 66, how did everything come together? One of the big things for me was the evolution of Omega's story. And I wanted to discuss one of the big theories that is going around after the third episode was coming around, which actually makes a lot of sense to me.
All right, if we have the same theory, I don't know if I'm going to be disappointed or excited, because I was thinking I was the only one who had this. So
I don't know. Hey, do we want to tease it right now?
Okay, so I think she has all of their genetic mutations. I think she has every single. I think so. So we've already seen that she just grabbed a blaster and she was just capping fools. All right, so like that makes you think maybe she has crosshairs, and now she tracks the monster who took the capacitor in episode 3, and so she had Hunter's tracking instincts and instincts, and like she's like, can you teach me how to do this? And he's like, oh, it's an enhancement, and she's like, I track like you. You know, it's either that or like watching people. Like she's a very fast learner. Okay. But I'm thinking what they did, like the group 99 was a test drive to see if they could individually modify certain ones, and then Omega is the amalgam of all of them.
Dude,
is that your theory?
No.
Okay, good.
My theory has one phrase, a very catchy phrase of this character. Twice the pride, double the fall.
Okay.
Count Dooku, baby.
Wait, so you okay, continue.
Wait, Dooku, now I'm curious.
Because if you rewatch Attack of the Clones, Obi-Wan explains that like the person that was sent to procure and set up everything for the Republic, hush hush, with the Kaminoans was Count Dooku. Was the person that procured all of the genetic material, all that jazz. Like he worked firsthand to make the clone army happen. And as we were shown in the Bad Batch, well, we're going spoiler territory, everybody. We're going deep into this from the jump.
This is what, listen, I spend 20 minutes after every single stream getting tags. All right, it's in the description. If you don't want spoilers, go to the MHA section. You know where it starts.
Big facts. So the big thing for me, at least with Dooku, is that they explained it, right? So as we know, Jango Fett's genetic material was the one that was used to make all the clones, and they specifically stated, it's now canon, that his genetic material is getting corrupted, or it's not pure.
Deteriorating.
Yeah, it's deteriorating so far. So like my direct line of questioning was, okay, we don't have a direct explanation on who Omega is a clone for. She doesn't look like any of the other like members clones of Clone Squad 99
on account of her being a woman.
Exactly. And I'm like, okay, if Dooku was working hush hush for years with the Kaminoans, and not even the Jedi Master that was told of the clone army being created knew about that, about like all those underground dealings, is there a way that he could have like given his genetic material for like nefarious purposes? We don't know.
So you're saying Omega is a clone of Count Dooku,
or a Force user? I think so.
Okay, so
it could be a completely different person. It could be like another one of like there's just I just saw it online. I saw something online. I was like, that makes total sense.
But why does
it? Because she doesn't have rapid growth acceleration, which is what happens with everybody that gets Jango Fett's DNA. So I'm like, okay, if it's not Jango and we're being told that Jango's DNA is deteriorating, it has to be somebody else. And who else has been working with the Kaminoans for years before? And I'm like, bro, all the pieces were lining in my brain, and I was like, oh shit.
She's not. There's no way she's Count Dooku's clone, because she looks nothing. I mean, she looks nothing like Count Dooku.
She got the hair though.
Which I guess, yeah. So you're thinking that she is created, like modified to be a Force user.
Exactly. That's what I think.
Mizu, you got any thoughts on this?
Those are interesting. I haven't gotten so far to place a theory on them, or at least that deep with both of you. But I do believe that when the Kaminoans were talking about their next soldier that they were building, or a superior soldier, I do think that she is that model.
Oh, she for sure a prototype.
For sure, yeah.
She is definitely probably a prototype or what they were looking for. And I don't know. I'm wondering if she is, because as of yet, they haven't really seemed like they're concerned about her.
They let her go. They were like,
yeah,
shoo. Like, I mean, obviously, like that female comedian is like clearly had a connection with Omega, and that's why she let her get away. But like, if she is that next prototypical soldier, you would assume the male comedian, I don't know either of their names, but like the guy who's like, listen, we're about to get outsourced, you know, like they're gonna have us. Essentially, here's the thing. I think it's mad disrespectful to go to the comedians whose entire livelihood is based off them making clones for you and being like, hey, can you have your clones train the people we're going to use to replace your clones?
Exactly.
Like what? No, first off, that's a terrible business model. Like you wouldn't go to Tesla and be like, hi, can you show us how to make an electric car so we can make an electric car better than yours and like that's cheaper? You know, like you wouldn't do that. Like the comedians just have to say no. Like, no, we're not going to train your soldiers unless, I mean, of course, they're getting paid. But like, I think, yeah, maybe Omega is that prototype, which is why I think she's that amalgam of those 4 mutations, which would also explain why Order 66 doesn't work in her head. Because I mean, if 1 mutation is going to throw off your inhibitor chip, then imagine what 4 is going to do, you know?
Yep.
I'm interested. This is going to be a storyline. This is going to be a storyline between the 2 of us. Is it Count Dooku, or is she this cross product? Is she this cross mutation, like ultimate, like super soldier? Either way, I think we can agree, like she was created to be the ultimate super soldier kind of thing.
Yeah, she's created for a purpose. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And okay. So I also have a second theory, and this one is a lot less fun. Did you guys play Halo Reach?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Best Halo game ever made, probably. It's up there at least.
No, up there, but
Halo 2,
3, bro. Halo 3. Halo 3 is my favorite.
I thought you were gonna say Halo 4, and I was
like, no,
Square.
No, Halo, dude.
Yeah, Halo 3 is very good. Wrecker is gonna die like Jorge. Wrecker is going to die like Jorge. Wrecker, okay. Here's like they're doing it already. They're making Wrecker the lovable, huge brute. Okay, like he's never done anything wrong. He's great. He already forgave Crosshair for shooting him. You know, like he's a great guy. He's just that lovable brute, and he's gonna have, and he built he built Omega, the like her room and all that. He's very, very lovable, which means he's going to die. I have a feeling, especially because like he hit his head. Yeah. He hit his head in that episode, and he was sidelined, and I was like, something's going to go on here. I think his inhibitor chip is going to click back on. It's going to be like a Hulk moment. And like he like in an ultimate moment of like sacrifice is going to be like, I could rip these people apart. And he goes and sacrifices himself or something. I can feel it in my bones, and I want to be wrong so badly. But I think he's going to have some ultimate like Vegeta final flash moment against Majin Buu kind of thing where he gives his life for the cause. But in the end, it doesn't fix things. Like Jorge thinking pushing the bomb into that Covenant huge like airplane is like going to end the war. And then it like 19 more poured in, you know? Yeah. But like he died happy. I have a feeling. I don't know. Tell me, do you guys understand where I'm coming from?
I definitely am on the fence. I definitely lean towards them all. Not, I don't think any of them are going to make it at the end of this series. I think that they're going to be the group that doesn't make it because think about it. We already had Rex. We had the whole other group of clones make it. And I don't know. A part of me feels like none of them are going to make it. At least one of them might survive. But I think the rest of them are going to die just different ways. And with you mentioning Record, I think he might be one of the first to die.
Yeah.
Him or the cyborg dude, in my opinion.
You think Echo? I think Echo is the one that's going to make it. I think Echo, because Echo is the one who's like, Echo isn't mutated. You know, Echo is like the human in the story. At least I think personally, like he's representative of the human experience within the story. Like he's not a super soldier. He's like Sam in DC. You know, he's more robot than he is man, which I feel like makes him a sympathetic character. I don't know. I mean, I don't think they're gonna kill Omega. I think she's gonna make it, and yes, I think she will have like a much bigger part to play down the line. But yeah, no, I don't think they're making it through.
No, I don't know. I think none of the if any of the 99 make it, the only one I can see making it
Tech
is the smart guy, the smart
Tech?
one.
Yeah.
No,
I don't think he's the only one I can see. The only way I can see him dying is if he also does some type of self-sacrifice thing. But besides that,
the bomb's remote trigger isn't working.
Something like that.
Trope.
Die in a sacrifice like that. Something trying to put the last code in before something happens. And
exactly.
That's the only way I can see him dying. But besides that, I can't really see him dying. But the rest of them, I can see dying, like for a fact.
Dude,
I just don't see Echo. I think Echo makes it.
I don't know.
Should we make a pool? Should we make a death pool?
The Deadpool.
The
Deadpool for the Bad Batch.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, okay, if you think about it this way, so Dave Filoni is basically in charge of maintaining, I think at this point, it's pretty much confirmed that he's maintaining the family theme throughout all of these Star Wars properties, right?
Large men protect small girl.
Yeah, or not just girls. Like if you think about, okay, so we got Anakin and Ahsoka, we got Kanan Jarrus and Ezra Bridger, we got Din Djarin and then Grogu in The Mandalorian, and now we got Hunter and Omega. So like there has to be some level of give and take. And I think Hunter is a prime suspect of being sent to the Shadow Realm before the show is over.
Oh, for sure. He's gonna get the Hound treatment.
Yeah. And I think that the best way to do it is probably Crosshairs v Hunter.
That's the end. That's season finale.
That might be it. Or I mean, I don't know how much they want to bring, like, because this is the thing, right? So I agree with you guys. Like some of them are definitely gone before the season is ending, especially after we saw that brutal decision by Crosshairs. Like
when they need to use a flamethrower,
bro. They literally straight up flawless victory fatality everybody, bro. So I think they're definitely setting it up as like too far gone. Like the Death Troopers are too far gone, even though most of them are not technically like they're not clones. Like the Death Troopers are the best soldiers in every department, I guess,
sector.
Of the sector of the galaxy for the Empire. So I think the Hunter v Crosshairs thing would work. The curious thing for me is, since they already brought like multiple characters from the original trilogy, and then we also have like Saw Gerrera. Like, will they bring Rex into this? Because like if they
talk about him a lot,
if they bring Captain Rex into this, we could have a situation where it's just like Captain Rex either coming into the rescue or Captain Rex becoming like an antagonist, and it's just like a mesh of like, boom, everybody like going off at the same time, and like whoever wins takes care of Omega. And that could work. That could work.
Who's ever still there gets the win.
Whoever's standing, because like she's a very powerful and important asset to both the Empire and the Bad Batch. But we know cannot. Well, this is the thing with Star Wars. Like, you never know how they're gonna like mesh it in, because Ahsoka, we obviously didn't know Ahsoka until like they started like bringing in the comics, the Clone Wars and stuff like that, and now she's like a huge part of.
She was on Mandalore, Wars. All these things.
She was like the one of the biggest reveals in the Mandalorian. So as this thing progresses, you never know how they're gonna like produce a story that influences the like Star Wars as a whole. So like Omega, I know she's a fan favorite because like people literally just like write stuff about Omega all over Twitter, all over. Like she does have a following. It's just that like, will she be that character that transcends her show and goes like and becomes bigger than what she is? It's a possibility, but like I'm super excited. I'm really excited for the next episode. Episode 2 was good. Episode 3 was better, in my opinion.
Episode 2 was a setup.
It's a setup. It was a setup episode.
It was a pass to the alley-oop. Episode 3, definitely, there was a lot more going on. We saw the Death Troopers. We saw there was the Kaminen like repercussions of what's going on with them. We get to see Omega kind of mirroring Hunter, stuff like that. So it was definitely the better of the 2 episodes. My thing was so in episode 3, Project War Mantle, that is the Death Troopers, right? Like they said we're setting up Project War Mantle, so that's our Death Troopers. And I wrote this note, and I was like, Star Wars storytelling is such like, we're driving. Oh no, new planet. Gotta blast something on the planet. See you later, planet. Like, it's like, that's like largely what the Mandalorian is. Like, the Mandalorian got a little bit of shit for that because it was like a fetch quest. It's like fetch quests on different planets. But yeah, no, it was definitely a really good episode. And I thought it was cool that we are seeing that creation of it's kind of like how we were talking about, like with Bucky, seeing his deprogramming. Like, it is like, fans want to see that. Fans want to see the underbelly of the stories that were being given. Like, I want to have a deeper understanding of how we're getting the Death Troopers. Who are these people? Like, who are these people? Why did they get trained to be that way? Clearly they're getting weeded out because, I mean, if you really think about it, the Death Troopers are the Waffen SS. Like if you're not cracked in the head, you're gonna get shot. You don't retreat or you shoot. Your good soldier listens to instructions. And it's kind of funny, like, if you listen to the stories from World War II, the things that the SS did were so depraved that they had to believe they were right. And as the Nazis started losing World War II, that's when they actually got worse. They got crueler because they realized, like, if we lose, everything that we did that was fucked up is now wrong. We have to be right. Otherwise, you can't justify it. It's this psychopathic part of your brain that needs to be right. So I am excited to see just how dark Deathstroke gets because he's the perfect soldier. He listens to mission, like, and that's kind of the thing. Like, I feel like he's almost the perfect example of why you should stick with the clone troopers, because you're having one of the best soldiers in the galaxy doubt his orders, saying no to his orders. Essentially, what Clone Troop 99 did to Crosshairs. So, like, if you can make more people like Crosshairs, that's a perfect reason to stay with clone troopers.
Yeah, and what were you gonna say, Mizu?
I definitely agree. I do find this very funny, and I'm wondering how they're going to, like, really explain it, because how the guy was talking, one of the officers was trying to hype up the fact that, oh yeah, we're also using human soldiers, like, but the part I find funny is that he thinks that human soldiers are better. Yeah. But as we saw in the original trilogy, normal stormtroopers aren't great. They're not the best. They're not good at shooting. It's literally known joke that they miss all the time. Yep. But clone troopers, they were like, when we saw them, they were
literally killed
on it. They were
every
killing
Jedi.
it.
Yeah, so, like, killed every Jedi.
Yes, and even just before that too, like, they were killing it all the time. Like, we saw it in the Clone Wars.
They won. They won. They won the war.
Bro, they were literally a few millimeters away from sending Obi-Wan to the Shadow Realm in Attack of the Clones. They were like, literally.
He would have been gone. Cody would have got him.
Yeah.
Cody would have destroyed him, but that didn't happen. Or the two, if it wasn't for Yoda, the two clone troopers who were right there when Yoda sensed it at that moment.
They got marked. They got disrespected.
Yeah.
He pre-fired the corner. He had walls on for sure. But no, they were
wrong. Yeah. I definitely understand why they're doing it for like a morale reason, but like actually thinking that they're actually better soldiers than clones, to me, just kind of sounds ridiculous.
Flat inaccurate. Yeah. I mean, come on. Go ahead, Ms. Jose.
Yeah, no, I was gonna take it off of what Mizu was mentioning. I was very surprised that they brought in like an explanation, like a full-on, like, this is an actual war effort with Admiral Rampart, which is the really like cocky dude that's like, oh yes, we're using new soldiers and we're training them, and like using actual conscripted soldiers might be even better than clones because they have loyalty to the Empire beyond just the programming. And I'm like, and he got promoted to Admiral right there, like we saw it, like, I was like, okay, like, is it Project War Mantle is a go.
Oh yeah.
And the big thing for me is I want to see that conflict of like how did they deal with the conscription of all these new people, and like what are the clones are just fodder. I mean, I know in the Clone Wars we kind of like got that a little bit with like obviously the janitor that was basically the inspiration for Clone Troop 99. Like, he is clone number 99. So like, and we did see some other clones. It's like, we just got left for dead once like the Empire started to like stop making clones.
Yeah.
So like I want to see that. from the stormtrooper angle, like, okay, like we're getting like repurposed. We're no longer serving a purpose for this empire. We used to serve the Republic. Now we serve an empire. We're basically cannon fodder. Like, I want to see those type of questions that you would get from like any type of foot soldier in any army, whether real or fake. And I want to see that like visibly. And I think that they've done a great job of like exploring that right now, obviously with them in the first episode, well, that first movie, I would call it a movie episode, an hour and a half of an episode.
Hour and 10 minutes. Yeah.
Where they basically like outright defied orders in front of other sergeants in the clone army. And it's like, okay, like, are you sure? Did you see the person get neutralized? I was like, yeah, nobody could survive that fall. I'm like, okay, they're definitely going into like the morality gray area of like where clones could be in terms of gaining a little bit of an extra inch of respect, which definitely was lost in the original trilogy since they were missing all over the place. So I like it.
I mean, it's a lot like what we talked about in Winter Soldier, Captain America, and the Winter Soldier is the difference between saying yes to any orders and being the perfect soldier, or like taking your orders with a grain of salt and leading yourself with a moral compass. And I think that is a big theme here, and that's, I mean, it's not even a theme. That is arguably what the show is about. But yeah, no, I thought it was really, really good. And I am excited. What day does it come out on?
Fridays.
Okay, yep, that makes sense. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. All right, cool. Do you guys have other stuff?
I'm good. It was a great episode.
It was a great episode. All right, so Yumi, Mizu, we have MHA, and this was the best episode of the season. I think we finally got. MHA has a special effect on me where there's I call them just super creative here. So don't this is trademarked MHA moments. Where I get like goosebumps watching the show. Like All Might versus the Nobu in that training area, goosebumps. I guess Endeavor versus the Nobu, goosebumps. Deku versus Muscular, goosebumps. Those all are moments where like you're watching it and you're like, oh yes, incredible. First time this season I've gotten it. Like Tetsu versus Todoroki had no business being as sick as it was. That was incredible. Oh my god, because Tetsu, for all intents and purposes, is a side character, But oh, my respect. It's like every single like TikTok comment. My respect for Tetsu is like the chart that just goes up. Like the fact that he trained inside an oven is hilarious. Like, we're putting kids inside the oven to train. Like, what teacher approved this? I'm sorry. That's not, I understand that you're a hero school, but we shouldn't be putting kids inside ovens. Second, like fighting through the ice, fighting through the fire, like Todoroki literally spirit bombing himself to like prominence burn in his hand was so sick. And he was like, it doesn't have to be fire. It can be ice, which means we don't know. We own like, in the future, we could see prominence freeze. Like, he could do prominence burn, prominence freeze. He is building himself, he said it himself. He's like, I have to be better than Endeavor. I am going to replace Endeavor. I will surpass Endeavor. And oh my God, it was so sick. I mean, am I alone here? You must agree with me, right?
Honestly, I think it was fantastic until my man with the soft quirk came in and just ruined the moment.
Mudman.
Yes. And I thought I was like, oh man, he was about to get spirit bombed.
Tetsu would have melted. He would have melted. He would have been reforged into a sword.
Like, yeah, he would have been out of here. He would have died. I think they had to stop the whole training mark.
I think I had that note.
Tetsu would have died.
I think I literally had that note. No, I said Tetsu would have died. Yeah.
And I just find it funny how he had his moment and just got shattered when the dude with the soft quirk showed up, and then he gets knocked out by a piece of metal.
Yeah. I mean, but like, okay, so that was really cool. And I think, like, once again, we saw that the Mudman is an incredible quirk. Like, he was swimming through concrete. Yes. He was swimming. It's like every Naruto character. There's actually a jutsu. The jutsu that Naruto uses against Neji that allows him to like put a clone and then the clone digs through is actually a jutsu. And that's like a fun little like side Naruto fact for everyone listening. But like, so like, you know how they're always digging around and it's like, oh, that was a clone, and then like uppercut, you know? So like he's literally swimming through concrete, and you know how useful that could be? He could literally just grab someone, pull him into concrete, harden it, dead.
Honestly,
that is
it
so
reminded
powerful.
It reminded me of in One Piece, because there is a devil fruit called the swim fruit, and it basically gives you the ability to swim through anything
except for
water.
Of
course, except for water.
Which
but
is,
you can swim through anything. And,
yeah.
Of course, there's a whole reason for that for those who haven't gotten to One Piece. But yeah, it just reminded me of that. As soon as he did, I'm like, oh yeah, he's just like the dude, because the dude in One Piece is swimming through concrete. He's swimming through dirt. He's swimming through all kinds of things that you wouldn't think would be swimmable, but he can. Yeah. So when he can do that, I'm not gonna lie, his quirk is low-key OP. If he can swim through stuff like that, that's a game changer.
And there's no like Denki effect. There's no like he's using it and he's getting dumb. It's not like he's like Ayama. He's getting a stomach ache. Like this man made half of this like the map soft, and he was fine. He was still chilling. He was swimming through concrete. Like it doesn't seem to be like a necessary like limiter on his powers. And so like if you think about that, like he gets that under control, he will be incredibly powerful. And since we're talking about people who upgraded, who went way the hell up, Ida. He's now my favorite character. Ida is my favorite character. Ida is first off, I identify with Ida because I'm a loud idiot. Like a loud idiot who likes to run fast. And that me and him, wavelengths. But oh my God, I wrote down, I was like, is Ida the fastest person on Earth? Because it stated that's faster than Gran Torino. And I mean, as far as we knew, Gran Torino is probably one of the fastest people on Earth.
As of what I know, because I also been lightly reading Vigilantes. It's a side manga involving the world of My Hero, and there was a guy in there whose name was O'Clock, and apparently he was like a parody of the Flash. And I'll say at one point he was considered the fastest person in the My Hero world. However, unfortunately, he lost his quirk, and that's explained as the stuff happens with him, but he lost his quirk, so he's not the fastest anymore. But if Ida keeps it up, Ida was killing it. He was moving at speeds I didn't even expect him to run. That my man was running at, I'll say maybe possibly around hitting the sound barrier, but I wouldn't go say light speed yet. But
no, God, no, that would be terrifying. I mean, but like he was incredibly fast. Like he snags the Gyrate. And Gyrate, I mean, like, so we were talking about how Gyrate is going to kick the what's his name, Ojiro's ass. And for all intents and purposes, he necessarily was. And we were saying how Gyrate needed a tool, and he had those metal finger gloves, those whatever those were, and they were tearing his tail apart. And I think Ojiro, like we said, got a good wake up lesson. Like he's sitting in jail and he's like, I just reacted to everything. I never went on the offensive. I never tried to get him. Like without Ida coming in here, like he didn't stand a chance, because Ida had to snag Gyrate away. And my thing is, I just need like Ida. I know Ida is trying to take over the mantle of Ingenium. But like at the same time, I feel like I want him to have his own personality, because he's basing everything he's doing is based off what his older brother would have done. And I understand that his older brother was hurt while fighting Slayer.
Oh, you're talking about Hero Killer?
Yeah, Hero Killer. And so Stain, there we go. And so like he's building his own representation of what he believes in Ingenium stands for. But I want him to put more of his own spin on it, because he's just like, this is what my older brother would have done. There's no personality of his own in it, you know?
I definitely agree to a point, but honestly, I can't think of him picking a different name. I think the best he's going to do is Ingenium, unless he has maybe a different possibility of having a different name. I mean, if anything, honestly, the one person I do want their name to change, and granted, it's not going to happen, but it's Deku. I think him calling himself Deku doesn't work as a hero name.
I think that's like supposed to be the point. I think there's supposed to be this dichotomy of like his quirk is so powerful, and then like he's like All Might. All Might is like Superman or Omni-Man. You know, it's a name that it's like I'm all encompassing. I'm world's eye. Like I'm bird's eye. Like view. And then there's Deku, who is like, albeit a zero to hero kind of person who started with nothing. So he's not all encompassing. He's trying to dig himself out of the dirt, So I think that's like, it fits him, but at the same time, I'm in the same camp. I don't like it. Like Todoroki is like, has a cool name, like Aya, like they have cool names, but Deku, yeah, it's dumb. Also, just because I hate Bakugo, and like, why use the name? Oh, he's my best friend. No, he's not. No, he's not. You're in an abusive relationship with him. Why are we using the name he gave you? Like, what are we doing? Yeah, no, I mean, my biggest thing is though, like, I noticed, by the way, since you brought it up, the horns girl, and you're right, Japanese is terrible. You broke the glass. Like, I couldn't not hear it. And then she spoke in English, and I was like, her English isn't good either. Yeah, I was like, what language does she speak? She can't do either well. But she was super...
Speaking of her quirk, though, her quirk is kind of like Hawks, but instead of feathers, it's like horns, because she can control each individual horn that she produces. But at the same time, I get why she did what she did, but man, it was such a cop-out win.
It wasn't even a win. It was a draw. It's like, this is why I can't watch soccer. I need a winner here. I'm sorry. I can't walk away with a draw. Oh, it's a 0-0 draw. Cool. That was a fun 95 minutes. Oh, people are gonna be mad at that. I'm sorry. Soccer's a great sport.
I'm international, mad at that, but it's all good.
Yeah, Messi's the greatest soccer player of all time. Does that help things? Am I winning points back? Okay, I'm winning points back. Okay, all right. Also Cristiano Ronaldo, short for the other side. But yes, but yeah, no, it was a really good episode. I really enjoyed it. Who do we have fighting next week? Do we know?
I think they're
the crazy dude.
It's Bakugo's team. Bakugo. Yeah. Dang, what's her name? Bakugo.
Who was that girl they showed at the end?
I'm trying to. I gotta look her up again. But
right, I don't remember her.
Yeah, I gotta look her up again, but I don't know. But I gotta remember what her quirk is. But pretty sure Bakugo's team. Hopefully they win. If they don't win, they'll just be like, Bakugo, you talk all that smack and then you lost.
I mean, we were putting in sure-in tickets for 1A to win, and we got a draw. And I mean, I think it is kind of cool how we got the draw. Like Ida played it awesome. He was a true hero. He looked like a hero until the end. He saved Todoroki because he was like in a real life hero situation. Like, saving lives is more important than winning. And that's very in line with who he is as a character, and I really, really liked that. But them all being unconscious, because it was a very hard fought fight, and Mudman was very impressive. Gyrate was very impressive. Like, the other team fought their asses off. So it being a draw, obviously, like they even say it, they're like, that's so unsatisfying, but like it was kind of cool. It was cool because like we are now starting to understand that 1B isn't lesser than 1A. We're tied up right now. It's 1-1-1. Like this is not like, it's not A and B. We're talking, it's 1-1. It's 1A, 1B, it's 1-1. So I'm loving what they're doing. I'm loving where it's going. I'm loving that it's not main character heavy. I'm loving that we're getting these backgrounds and these character developments, and I'm very happy with the season thus far. On a general overview, you're happy with what they've done thus far, right?
Oh, absolutely. And I can't wait for it to continue, because just let all y'all know, all y'all people who be hating on my man Deku, gonna eat your words later on.
Yeah. Manga Deku is a lot different from anime Deku. Let's say that.
Here's the thing, and that's the part I find funny when people say that. I'm just like, it's the same Deku, you just haven't got to that point yet. Like,
timeline. Just give it a second. Takes a second to color in the black and white.
Because I keep seeing TikToks, people say, "Oh, Deku is such a bland main character. Deku this, Deku that." I'm like, okay,
give it a second.
Okay,
bro,
give it a second.
I feel this feels great, because this is a great preview into what like this whole world that I'm getting myself in. Because usually all the animes that like I start have some sort of like supernatural or like some other like deeper. Obviously I don't know the full depths of the quirks yet, because we're like, as you said, you're exploring that basically right now. But bro, I for people that say that Deku was bland, bro, he made me cry in 2 episodes. Like, so y'all need to chill.
Actually, that is a great segue. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, episode 6. We're figuring out segues. Wow, that's a great segue. For those of you who are unaware, Jose has started MHA, and here we are. Me and Mizu, we talk about it every single week. And Jose sits there and he's like, You guys are doing wonderful. He's the best cheerleader in the world. Best seats in the house for MHA talks. But this is a great place to say, let's do a little catching up with Jose, because you have started MHA and you finished JJK. We got 2 3-letter anagram shows to talk about here. Where do you want to start?
I'll start with MHA just to get that out of the way, because like JJK, we can actually have like an actual like full-on discussion about the show now. So for those of you that don't know, this catching up with Jose bit is going to die at some point, because I will be catching up with everything. Yeah. The other problem is that like I'm very
it won't, don't believe him.
That's very true. The thing is, I catching up with like years and years of episodes just popping out of the blue and not having access to them finally caught up with me. So I'm catching up with all the anime that I missed over the past 5 years. But I started MHA. I'm in episode 2 so far. Bakugo is in my shit list forever, at least for now.
He's gonna stay there.
I don't give a fuck. Like, no, I don't care. I don't care. No, I'm excited to meet Todoroki at some point and actually like get my fix of what basically I didn't see from Zuko in Avatar: The Last Airbender. I can just see that with Ice 2. So I'm like, say less. Yeah. All Might is cool. I'm guessing he's gonna have some sort of issue at some point. Either he's bad or well, I technically got spoiled that he's kind of a bad father, but that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. And it's fine.
I guess.
Yeah, and that's neither here nor there. Like,
you got Omni-Man in the back of your head. You're like, no one can be powerful and good simultaneously.
Very true. Very true. But Deku, it's the first time for the first time in a while, I feel bad for a main character, like from the beginning. But I'm like, yo, I'm so excited to see you glow up. Like I don't remember the last main character that I saw that was like, it wasn't like he's happy-go-lucky, but he's just like, bro, everybody's shitting on you because you do not have powers. And I'm like, I want him to get his powers.
And see, that's the thing I like about Deku, because usually in most battle shonen, we get a main character who's in a terrible situation, but for some reason is very happy, very doesn't care all the time, and it's cool. Naruto. It's motivating, but at the same time, to me, sometimes it's not realistic. Like, would you be that way if you were in that situation?
My parents are dead. I have a demon sealed inside of me.
Dead, you don't
Let's
have
go to class.
Yeah, like, stuff like that. A demon ate your mother.
Yeah. Like you're upset.
And
you're
I like
the
how
bad
Deku,
guy.
Definitely. And I like how Deku, granted, his stuff is not grandiose of a bad backstory like others, but he deals with stuff that we all have gone through. Like, some of us have gone through bullying before. Some of us have been ostracized.
A demon ate my mother. I mean, we like, come on, these are stories. These are relatable.
For real. Like, and I like how that's the one thing you're going to be noticing in My Hero is that, granted, a lot of the stories are not grandiose. Like, they don't have super tragic backgrounds, but a lot of the stuff they deal with is very real. Like, stuff that everybody would have. Like, there's some characters who have insecurities. There's some characters who have family issues, I will say. But
big, you'll get there. You'll get there.
Is it Uchiha family issues or nah?
Oh no, it's more like it's a I mean, I guess it's a Uchiha light. Uchiha light is what we're gonna say. 0-calorie Uchiha.
I know my man hates Sasuke. It's fine.
Yeah. But that's good. I'm happy you're enjoying it. I'm happy you're getting introduced to the verse. I'm happy that you hate Bakugo. I'm happy. We need allies on this side.
Are you watching it or sub or dub?
So okay, I recently had you guys know. So like when I was doing my AOT catch up, I had to watch part of the last season subbed.
Because the dub wasn't out yet?
Yeah, because the dub wasn't out yet. And I was like, okay, this is like way harder than I thought it was. Because like,
pay attention.
Because like, for example, when I like a few years ago, when I first started using not so cool anime websites to start rewatching Naruto, I could only find it subbed. And I was like, okay, this is gonna be like hard because I'm a very visual person. So like as you guys know, like and the people who watch, like follow me, I love appreciating the animation because it's like, bro, I know like reading the manga is also cool, but if I wanted to read all of it, I would read the manga, like instead of watching the anime. Like I want to experience it. And like, I know some people say that's weak, but it doesn't, like watching sub only doesn't make you a better person.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
It really doesn't matter.
I watched the ending of JJK subbed, and then I'm starting MHA dubbed. which is why I was like curious at the beginning, because obviously like we get Deku's full name, and I'm like used to like being him being referred to as Deku. So I'm like, who the fuck is this Izuku like person? Like, I'm like,
when do I meet Deku? I'm sorry.
Yeah, when do I meet Deku? I thought that was Deku. So that was the big thing for me. Like, will I get a different perspective if I watch it subbed? Do you recommend watching it subbed?
So here's the thing. The reason I brought it up is because it actually really doesn't matter with My Hero Academia, like sub or dub, because both are really good. Like
they are both good.
I originally watched it in dub first, but the reason I'm watching it in sub now is because it's out. The other episodes come out first before the dub does. So I've been watching both simultaneously, and the voice acting for My Hero dub wise is fantastic. Like
All Might's great.
It matches because
All Might matches very well.
Dub, the voices kind of don't match when you hear it in English compared to Japanese. Well, these characters, it matches.
Yeah,
and
very
it's
well.
fantastic. And since you if you're watching it dub, I don't know if you've already noticed, but All Might is the same voice actor of Vegeta.
Yeah.
Yes.
I noticed that. I was like, ooh.
In Zoro.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Zoro. Ooh, that's dope. I did not know that. Oh my God. That makes so much
sense. Yeah, if you think about it, they're very close.
They're very close. Yeah. If you've seen Full Metal Alchemist, you know the big strong dude with the mustache.
Armstrong.
Oh, yeah, he's
Armstrong. He's also the same voice actor.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
All the same guy. Chris.
So he also plays Piccolo.
Muscles.
Because he also plays Piccolo in Dragon Ball.
He plays. Yes, he does a lot of voice. Look at his name. For those who are wondering who it is, his name is Chris Sabat, and he has been voice acting since like the 90s. And
Chris Sabat, yeah.
He's been in so many. Like you look at the characters you heard, like you know who he is. When you hear his voice, every time I see him in an anime, I know who he is.
That's the best gig, honestly.
Okay,
go ahead, Jose.
Zoro.
Yep.
Armstrong.
Yep.
Piccolo. Vegeta. Yamcha. What? Shenron.
What?
Shenron.
All my 4 people in one show.
What? This
man just never leaves the booth.
Damn, this man is getting that money.
At least Yamcha's dead half the show.
So in Attack, he's also in Attack on Titan. Remember in the beginning of Attack on Titan when they were mentioning how they were wondering because they saw Eren for the first time turn into a Titan, and they're like, "Is he human or are you a Titan?" And that general who was asking him those questions, that was also the same guy.
Oh, from the wall.
From the wall.
Yeah. Got
about the shit with a cannon.
Yeah, I remember that. Okay, that's wow. What a resume on that man.
Does Sean play any of them or no? Like Sean Shamel, does he play any people in MHA? Because we got that like Goku Vegeta type thing going or no?
I don't know. I do not know if he is in MHA.
Let me check. I'll check.
But
he's
awesome. If we're talking resumes here, Nobara added to hers a little bit in these most recent episodes. Don't you think, there, Jose?
Oh,
don't
bro.
You think you wonder why I've been talking about very well written female characters?
New
those
waifu.
Last 2 episodes. New waifu. Okay, so tell me what you think. What'd you think?
Okay, so JJK is awesome. I totally get like where and now I'm glad that we can have like a full
take.
Yeah.
yeah. Good show.
But I will be very honest.
Oh boy.
So is it sad that I don't see the appeal for Yuji Itadori? Like I don't see like
I'm gonna have to ask
I get it. I get
go off, King.
No.
I'm curious.
Okay. So like, don't get me wrong. Like his story's cool.
Yeah.
The dichotomy with Sukuna is great, and his like his that first arc we got when he died. Like he basically died to protect his friends too. So like that is fine. But like near the end, I'm like, he's just very powerful, and then I feel more depth. Maybe it's because they're giving depth to the other characters, but for example, that last fight at the bridge, I thought it was gonna be like his moment where he was just like gonna take over and like be this force that's like, okay, he's gonna pull everybody up and take everybody through the finish line. Yeah. And like to my surprise, and I mean, you
he
guys
literally
know I like
picks Nobara up.
That's true. But I felt that, for example, Fushiguro's arc when
Chimera Garden.
Yeah. When he was fighting the Yasuhashi Bridge curse by himself, that felt like an MC moment, and I was expecting
blood coming out of his eyes, like Chimera Garden.
Exactly. And dude, when he was thrown into the wall And he's like, how long have I been out? And like all the like his hair is just like I was bleeding. Like, no, that's pristine MC moment.
He's co-MC.
I agree. But yeah, I just maybe it was just me. Maybe I was too focused on reading. Maybe I was too focused on reading that I was like, okay, am I missing something here? But dude, no, bro. Like she just pulled that shit out of nowhere. Like that resonance full on out of Hellraiser, bro. She literally went off, Queen. So I want to get you guys' opinions like overall for the show. And then like we can go specific wise on like who your favorite characters are and stuff like that. Because I feel like this is a great show.
So I mean, obviously, like I've said it, like this is it does a rare thing where it has incredibly well written like female protagonists, like Mei, Maki, like Nobara, all incredibly written female protagonists. And so I adore it. I adore it. The animation is incredible. The fight scenes are incredible. The power scaling is good. Yuji doing the black flashes. See, that's what I love. Yuji catching those black flashes, like that's his Chimera Garden. That's his Chimera Garden moment. You know, him picking up Nobara and running next to a car. That's his like his thing is he's incredibly physically powerful. He's other, like before he even got Sakuna inside of him, he was otherworldly physically powerful. And so that's my like I think it's arguably it like I think Zeffy said it. It doesn't do anything new, but it does everything perfectly.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, you should see Rey trying to join here soon.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking we do a little versatile thing here where we bring him in. Talk
about it, maybe.
We can talk JJK with him if you'd like. I'm sure he's seen it.
Okay.
Yeah. But only if you see like X has tried to join them.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen. Let me just double check.
I mean, I told him 5 o'clock, so I mean, he might be late.
Yeah, totally fine. Maybe send him an extra message while I talk to Mizo about this, because okay. Did you read the manga, Mizu?
Yes. JJK? And here's the thing I want to say to y'all. Enjoy what has transpired, because this is all the nice funny laugh stuff, because it's gonna get
dark,
pretty bad, pretty dark. Because at first you would think that for an anime and a manga centered around such a dark subject, you didn't expect it to be this kind of funny. Like, oh, there's moments where there's them hanging
genuine
out,
humor.
And there's moments of being funny and stuff like that. And you're just like, oh, does it ever get dark? It will.
It will. Yeah. Like
will.
we're seeing like Jujutsu Scroll, like those kinds of things. Like first off, those are straight comedy.
Facts.
Like what's the guy with the Chimera? I'm spacing his name right now. Chimera Garden. The Fushiguro. Like him be like, they're like, he's getting hit on, and they run to him, and he's like, and they're like, why did you leave me? And all, like, those are straight comedy. I absolutely adore those. So like, it's just like, yes, it is. I feel like it's setting up like the relationships, but like, yes, it does definitely it has the fundament for what is going to be a very dark next couple of seasons.
Oh, I love it. And I think my biggest thing right now, I'm a guy that like when I'm watching an anime, I want it's kind of like second nature to me since like I'm used to just binging shows that I want all my questions like answered like back to back to back. And I'm like, okay, I got my fill. So like, for example, like for me, the big thing for this episode was obviously the story that we get. I don't know if they mentioned it before episode 24 about Noritoshi Kamo, where he was doing all the research that led into the death paintings being built. And I'm like, okay, a lot of info. Okay, so these are cursed, like these, it's half cursed spirit, half cursed user, because it's technically a body. So I'm like, all I had like is like swirling around in my brain. So I'm thinking, okay, what could this mean in terms of like, how does this affect like our villains? Because I feel like we're getting like different sets of villains that serve different purposes, right? We had the three cursed paintings, and then we have Suguru Geto, which I don't know who the hell he is. I don't know. They're probably gonna explain it.
I think that's what the movie's about. I think that's what the movie's about. You know.
Okay.
Interesting enough with the three paintings is that the dude with the back curse with his whole
the eyeball in his back.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. The anime made it a lot lighter looking, because in the manga, I'm not gonna lie. When I went through that page and I saw his back, it was the most disgusting thing I ever saw. Like, it looks worse in the manga. And the manga looks absolutely worse.
You're like, I can see why he wouldn't want anyone seeing that in the
exactly.
manga.
So when I was prepared for it, when I was watching the anime, like, oh, here it goes. Here's this man's back. And I was like, oh, it's not as bad as it was in the manga. It's still weird, but not as bad as it was in the manga. It might be
a lot worse.
And of course, it doesn't help that, in the manga, it's mostly black and white. So it just didn't help. The shading was perfect in a bad way.
Yeah. So Jose, essentially what you're saying is you root for all things that are going on the show. You're enjoying it. You love where it's going. But you're not getting the pull towards Yuji as an MC that you would like.
Because I know that we're waiting, because I know we're waiting and for Sukuna to like make his big entrance, and I know
we're looking for the Naruto Kurama fist bump moment.
Exactly. Like I want that moment where, like, for example, because right now, like I don't know if they explained this, and Mizu, like if they have to this point, I wanted to like discuss it with you too, because like I know technically Yuji has enough willpower or like control to just keep Sukuna at bay from like taking over his body, just because like he can. But like as he starts slurping away at more of his fingers, which is a wildly disgusting sentence to say.
Yeah.
Like I'm waiting for that moment. I'm waiting for that moment to like, I'm waiting for that Frieza moment. It's like, you fool, I've reached my final form.
Old Frieza.
And he just literally just like takes over Yuji's body and like wreaks havoc. But I want to see more of that, because I know it happens again. Like I feel that, for example, with Fushiguro, where they explained that Sukuna was like, wow, what a waste of your talents. Like you have no idea how powerful you are. And I'm like, why don't you show that with Yuji? Like, I know he's powerful. I know he's Ichigo. Like he's very like physically powerful, even without Sukuna's help. But I'm like, bro, give it to me.
But to bring it back to Naruto and Sasuke, it's like Naruto has the physical strength and Sasuke has the dojutsu. It's a shotgun to a sniper, like Fushiguro has the abilities that are more curse energy centric. Like his ability to bend shadows is obviously non-physical, and Yuji is,
and his domain is bomb.
Yeah, and it's not even complete. It's an incomplete domain.
That's so amazing.
Yeah, and he took out a special grade curse with it. Like that's probably the most impressive part. And so what we see with those last two episodes is that essentially everyone of that team 7 is a special grade sorcerer, because each and every single one of them took out a special grade curse. Like Nobara and
took out Eso technically. Yeah, she did. Oh no, she took out Ketchisu with the Thanos snap.
Like, shouldn't have left this with me, because this is literally what my curse technique uses. So yes, I mean, I literally physically cannot wait for the next season. It's gonna be a while. I mean, the way they animate, it's gonna be a while. It's like waiting for Demon Slayer. Like it takes time. They can't.
But it's beautiful. Like I saw like it didn't miss a beat. I was very satisfied with like the voice acting. It didn't feel like nothing felt out of place. And I really like the fact that they're giving the secondary characters a good good backstories and good explanations. Like the relationship between Mai and her sister is amazing.
Yeah,
it's amazing. Like they come from a line of sorcerers, right? I think the Senin clan is a line of and like none of them have ability to use that cursed energy, but they're both super unique, and like you can see their personalities from the jump. I wanted to know, like, who's your favorite character so far, and who's like the character you don't like?
Nobara. So much Nobara. Like she is incredible. Also, just the fact that her quirk, like the moment where it just like she gets cursed and she's like, oh, shouldn't have left your blood with me. And she's just throwing nails through her wrist, just being like, listen, this won't kill you and it won't kill me, but it's gonna break up your cursed energy. And it's gonna hurt. I'm gonna torture you. Listen, Nobara was a sideline character for me for a long time. And that's kind of how she was written up until that point. Even in the prior episodes, the battle she had fought, she lost against like the witch girl. And then she got like rubber bulleted in the side of the head. But those episodes, I was like, yep. Yeah, I'm signing on for that one, because every TikToker has made the connection between like, oh, it's Team 7, but cursed energy. But they were putting disrespect on Nobara's name, saying she was the Sakura of the group. All right. And she showed that she wasn't, and she showed that she was incredibly useful. Actually, Sakura is very useful. I'm sorry if that's a hot take to you. She's the strongest Kunaichi in Naruto. Get over yourselves. But yes, she is my favorite character. Who I don't like, the principal. Except for the fact that he's super fucking metal. Like a curse technique. That's a big ass strat. That's so metal. But yeah, I like it. I don't love him as a person. How about you? How about you, Mizu?
Honestly, my favorite character is Fushiguro.
Mm-hmm.
At first, I was thinking he was gonna be another Sasuke type, like, oh great, you're an emo to be an emo. You probably have a reason why, but I mean, I'm probably not gonna be sold on it.
Nope.
The last emo to ever sold me was Hiei from Yu Yu Hakusho, and he's the only one until Fushiguro. Fushiguro, I like it because he's not.
Would you count Killua?
Not really. I wouldn't.
Neither would I.
Technically count Killua at all.
It's kind of go lucky.
Yeah, he is. He's just a kid. I don't really see him. He doesn't give me any emo vibes. He's just a rowdy kid. Honestly, if there's a kid he reminds me of the kid. He reminds me of a young, the young version of, what's his name from Terminator, in Terminator 2.
John Connor.
John Connor. There you go.
Yeah.
John Connor.
Yeah. I'm naming my children John and Sarah, by the way, in case Skynet does pop off. Yeah.
John Connor. That's what he reminds me of. But besides that, Fushiguro is my favorite character. And honestly, I don't hate any character in it so far. Maybe like you, the principal,
Not
only
great.
because of his like hatred for Yuji because of him having Sukuna and not listening to Gojo's plan. But besides that, overall, I don't hate any character in here. So
it's funny because we're not even saying the bad guys. We're not even saying like the curse, like we're not even. Okay, all right, fine. Jose, go.
I was gonna say, like mine is like for the ones that I like the most are Fushiguro and Todo. Like Todo's just like I if he dies, I'll be upset because like even though we got a little bit of like just a little bit, bro, he's like tough on Yuji, but he's also like super strong and he's also very confident, but he's like accepts help in the mid of battle. Like he gets you get everything from Todo. So I definitely want to see more from him in the future. The character that I love to hate, like based on what he's done, right, is the villain, Mahito. Mahito is just like,
if you're gonna hate one, that makes sense.
Because like Hanami is ball. She's baller.
Cool. Very cool.
Hanami
she's
is
representation
baller.
of like Earth. She has her
she's
own
Gaia.
motivations.
She's Gaia essentially.
Gaia or Poison Ivy. Pretty much.
Facts. And like she under like even mid battle, she says like she understands what the sorcerers are trying to do. Like I think there's a mini like spiel or mini monologue where she's like putting herself in the shoes of them. But it's like, but no, like I have to do what's best for like the world or like the earth or whatever. So like she does make a certain level of connection with the audience. But Mahito is just complete evil, and I'm like, get away.
But he's complete evil in that way that like I kind of love, because he's raw, uncut evil. Like it's there's no motivation. He's chaos. He's the Joker. There's no motivation to what he does.
He's got that Goku in him. He's got that Goku in him.
He's just evil because he's evil. That's it. And I love that. And he also has led to pretty much all the coolest fights in the show.
Big facts.
So
the one at the school was banger.
Plus, I'm not gonna lie, I just love how he's really not phased about anything. Even when he's set back, he's just like, oh, well, of course the lava curse couldn't do it because you're weak. Like Gojo said, like you were wearing, like, I did that on purpose to see you fail.
You didn't stand a chance.
Really. But literally,
we said, are your arms all long enough to box with God?
Playing soccer with his head.
Oh yeah,
at the end of it, I don't know if you saw it, but like it's a short. Like they have little.
It's the Juju stroll.
And they're playing soccer with the lava curse's head. It's hilarious.
No, he gets disrespected for sure. All right, cool. I'd say we're caught up with Jose.
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you want to do a manga? Do we want to do a manga with Mizu here?
Yes, sir. So,
Has Rey, have you seen anything from Rey yet, Jose?
Not on my end. Might have to do another text.
All right, cool. Mizu?
So the manga I have today is called Moriarty the Patriot. So are you guys familiar with Sherlock Holmes?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So
only the Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, obviously. I got him. I got Rey.
You got him? Okay, cool.
Do we want to do that and then save manga recommendations?
We can just, I mean, I'll give him a little rundown and we'll be like, hey, listen, do you want a manga rec here?
Okay, bet. Let's go. I admitted him. Hopefully. Yep.
All right. There he is. There he is.
The Overwatch man himself.
The Overwatch man.
The Overwatch god.
We're going to have to ask him how he feels about that introduction.
That joining my stuff doesn't work.
Yes.
Yeah, the Overwatch god has arrived.
We have the black screen. Ladies and gentlemen, he looks a bit different today.
He's prepping with his Kirito cosplay. He's prepping with his Kirito cosplay.
You guys, you can't see him because he has the black cloak on. He's cosplaying as his favorite character today. That's right, the dual wielder himself. Yes. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, this is Rey Voices, who's dealing with a couple of technical difficulties, but that's okay because I'm sure we'll straighten that out. But Rey Voices is another TikTok content creator, just like us, who we decided, hey, listen, we're talking least favorite place you'd want to live, and this man has some strong opinions on some anime. So we figured, who better to chat with about a fictional verse they wouldn't want to live in than Rey Voices. But for the moment, while we wait, Mizu, since we're waiting, how about we go ahead and get into that manga recommendation? We'll run him down when he gets back.
Yes, sir.
All right. So as I was saying earlier, the plot of it is that it's the opposite. So we know Sherlock Holmes is usually the main hero. He's the main investigator, and Moriarty is his villain. He's basically the Joker to his Batman. And in this version, Moriarty is the hero. And we learn from Moriarty's background and perspective of where he got to where he is. Because in this, it shows that he was an orphan. He lived on the streets of London with his brother. Because in this version, he has a brother. Yeah. And turns out his last name's actually not Moriarty. He didn't have one before that until he was met by this high aristocrat.
So it is based off Sherlock Holmes then.
It's still based off Sherlock Holmes, but it's like the reverse. Like,
yeah,
instead of it being Sherlock Holmes solving case, it's Moriarty instead. We get his background. We see him get adopted to this aristocrat family called the Moriartys, and of course, like the aristocrats in London are freaking awful. The rich folks are insane. Yeah.
I just had a question, like, because I'm really interested. Is this like based on the stories from Arthur Conan Doyle, or is it just like a new thing?
It's inspired by his actual books, but it's like I said, it's a reverse. Like where it's the whole story is around Moriarty instead.
Okay.
And
sorry to cut you off. Yes.
No, you're fine. So like I said, the rich folks they're terrible people, and they treat him and his brother like trash. And he, out of nowhere, gets adopted by one of the heirs to the Moriarty family. And of course, they're like, why'd he do this? And the reason he did that is because he saw something in James that he wants to replicate. Because the heir of Moriarty looks at the world and how people are, and the aristocrats is, shitty people. And shitty people need to be put in their place.
Yeah.
And he's right, because his family is awful. The actual second heir behind Moriarty treats James and his brother like trash. They go out there, and the mom treats them like trash because one day James called her mother and she didn't like that, so she literally bitch slaps him. And just like, oh, you need to stay in your place. And then the younger brother, one of the other heirs, just like, oh yeah, don't be hitting him around me like that. And besides, he talks so much smack about his own mother. He's like, oh yeah, like that's why no wonder dad goes to the mistress on the weekends and not talk to you. And funny enough, doesn't the mistress also have blonde hair just like Moriarty to make her think that, oh, the kid? So yeah, it makes him hit him even more. But anyway, the heir Moriarty is fed up with his family, so he gets James, because he overheard James one day talking to all the kids and telling him that his plan that he wants to get rid of a lot of the aristocrats and stuff like that, and because he's very smart. And the heir, instead of being shocked and upset because he's an aristocrat, he's like, you know what, I agree with you. This world is crap.
Yeah.
We need to come together and fix this. So the first thing he does is that he gets James, he meets his mom and his other little brother, and he tells James to straight up kill them. And they kill them, and
like the Death Troopers.
No, they straight up
flamethrower out.
They straight up murk them. And then the part that's even cooler is that because the maids also treat James like crap too. So what they did was that they made it look like it was a house fire and blamed it on the maids for the house fire.
Yep.
And they're just like, oh, but only him and James survived, and his James' actual little brother survived. And he's just like, oh, what happened? Oh, we made it. We're the only survivors. This is my brother James Moriarty and my other little brother Arthur Moriarty.
Mm-hmm.
That's how he became a Moriarty. And we see his backstory. We see him become a teacher, and then we see him solve problems like Sherlock, but instead it's Moriarty.
Oh,
that's what I like about him is that he's like Sherlock, but more devilish. Like the stuff he does, it just seems like
a sadistic
he's a
Sherlock.
He's a villain, but he's doing good things. But like at the same time, you got to remember this is Moriarty. This is not Sherlock.
Yeah.
You know,
he's the Punisher instead of Captain America, basically.
Definitely. And I like how we put Sherlock in this more dubious villain role. So, because since Moriarty's the main character, because he's kind of foreshadowed, we hear him sometimes throughout the manga, but we don't see him yet. But it's a pretty interesting read. I like how it's a reverse.
Huh. Okay.
So if you're into murder mystery, Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah. Black Butler. Manga. That kind of thing. You know, you're looking for like that investigative, that kind of feel, that grit, that noir. That's definitely where you're looking. You know who that kind of reminds me of characteristically is Isaac from Castlevania right now. The bad guy who's doing legitimate good with his time right now. What was the name on that manga?
It's called Moriarty the Patriot. And
Moriarty the Patriot.
And also, if you were a big fan of you can say Black Butler, it's kind of similar in art style to Black Butler.
Is there as much yaoi action as Black Butler?
No.
Well, right. We lost half our audience there. Damn it.
I mean, I don't know, but I mean.
Yeah. Okay. Good. No. Yeah. So I was trying to. That sounds incredible. I'm very interested. All of our book readers, I'm sure you're going to appreciate that. Manga with Misu, thank you very much. But yes, I was trying to reel us into that winners and losers because it looks like Ray's still working on a little connectivity issue here.
My camera says no.
Your camera says no. It's okay. It's an audio forum. Well, I mean, we do YouTube. But okay. Ray, if you are here, you're here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
All right. So I will do this spiel one more time, ladies and gentlemen. You can see it's Ray because it's a big box that says Ray. Listen, if you're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or on Amazon Music, you know his voice. You don't even need to see his face. He is the hater of all things Dual Blade. He is the god of Overwatch, according to Jose.
Yes, sir. I live in his Twitch stream.
I'm chilling.
All right, dude. Thank you so much for coming to join us. We really appreciate it. We decided that so we talk TV shows on this, anime, movies, all that kind of thing. We cover pop culture, but we're also trying to cover like more general topics, like broad reaching questions. So last week we had Zeffy on the show and we talked antagonists that we agreed with, just general thematic things. And this week we've been playing with the question of a while of, well, we saw Mizu made a video about how he would never live in Gotham. Doesn't matter if it's AOT, doesn't matter if it's anything else. Gotham is the one place. And also we concurred that, hey, listen, at least rent will be lower in AOT than it will be in Gotham. So naturally, when we were coming up with that, we're like, we have to have Ray on here. We have to have Ray because we all follow you. We all love your content. We wanted to know. And like we say, guess go first. So we wanted to know if there is one place, anime, comics, movies, one verse that you refuse to be in, what would it be?
Oh man, it's God. I don't know. Marvel's New York, man.
Marvel's New York. That's a good one.
Great pick.
Yeah. It's just like, hey, time to go to work. And there's dragons in the sky. Putting it in reverse.
Yeah, there's dragons. There's Hulk breaking everything in sight.
Mm-hmm. Hulk is using villain. Loki as a hammer. Yeah. So if you're in Marvel's New York, what is your biggest fear?
Listen, I don't want to like go to the bathroom somewhere and then just see the lizard come up out of like the bottom of a toilet.
Oh, just like midstream, and you just see this man just like, oh, do you have asparagus today?
Falls out, and then I see Spider-Man just coming up out of a hole in the ground, chasing him, making a quip.
Oh, that would be genuinely terrible. Because here's the thing. It's all fun and games when you're reading the comic. You're like, oh, Spider-Man's so edgy. He's making jokes mid-fight. But when your pants are around your ankle and the stalls next to you are getting destroyed, it's not as much fun.
It's gotta be bad.
Yeah, that is
not even just lizard either.
Yeah, no, I mean, we're dealing with the Avengers just like taking down. I mean, so it's like, actually, we talked about this because we were talking about Invincible last week, and we are talking about how like, you know, like we talked about like the only movie or show we've ever seen really give really good perspective to it was Batman versus Superman, even though that is a contentious issue. Like the fact that Batman is angry at Superman is because like, bro, you fought Zod and killed like hundreds of thousands of people, like whole buildings. Like 3 9/11s happened, and like you wonder why I'm upset with you. Like what are we doing here? So yeah, I could understand why Marvel's New York would not be it for you. But so you're saying you'd rather be in Sword Art Online than in Marvel's New York?
Don't right? Even do that. I will easily take a punch from the Hulk in the middle of a bathroom stall and be in that game.
Really, I mean, but here's the thing. Player killing is allowed in SAO. I mean, let's say he had more.
Player killing is allowed, but I imagine it like this. So you're in Sword Art Online, you spawn in, and you get killed by somebody camping in a bush who's like level 100, who was a beta tester.
Oh, that would be so aggravating. It'd be so because then you can't even go like level up, like when
then you're dead. You're
just it's just GG's. I mean, so here's the thing, and I do hate to do this to you, but like, would you be one of the people who chilled in the hometown, like the spawn city?
Nah, I would progress, but like I would probably end up
being no choice.
People that were grouped with Kirito that got killed in that room.
Yeah. The first boss. Okay, so you know what? We prefaced it, and I'd be lying if I said I wasn't curious. But so we all have things we hate. I hate Sasuke. Rey hates Sword Art Online. Mizu hates people who don't understand thematic things in comic book movies. Jose hates like
Warner
Cristiano
Brothers.
Ronaldo.
Warner Brothers.
That's what it is. Why SAO? Give me the rundown.
Why I have so many.
Welcome to the TED Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Go off.
How much do I got? How much time you got?
Oh, all the time. All the time.
We're locked in, baby.
We're locked in here, right?
Let's see. I hate Kirito as a character.
Yes.
Everything about him just annoys me, from the way he looks to what he does.
Okay.
I'm a beta tester who can dual wield. I'm the best in the game, but I won't say it. But then I will say it, but then I'll act like I'm not.
Okay, so he gets given everything. He gets given everything, is what you're saying.
He's given everything because he's a no life. He sat on the game.
He's a neat.
Every female he meets is a part of his harem, apparently.
Oh yeah.
From the underage ones to the older ones, everyone likes Kirito.
Yep. Oh, it's a nice harem.
Yeah,
almost every side character. It's like some of them are good, but some of them just annoy the shit out of me.
Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna move this Asuna figurine, if you don't mind. I'm just gonna put that over there.
Lord!
I'm gonna mix that one.
You might as well leave it there. I have Kirito's sword in the corner. I can't get it away from me.
So, how did the reception to the Kirito cosplay go? Were people freaking out?
I mean, people were like, "You actually did it?" I'm like, "Well, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm a man of my word."
Well, I said I'd do Asuna if I got to 800 by the end of the month.
No fucking way.
But see, it's not happening though. So I dodged a bullet with that one.
It's not happening. I mean, we still got 14 days here.
14 days, but it ain't gonna happen.
Hey, listen, ladies and gentlemen, followers of the Weeb Weekly, if you want to see Rey Voices, a man who's been hitting the gym recently, by the way. You want to see Rey Voices hop into a sleek little white number, go ahead and follow that page. Go ahead and follow that page, because I know I want to see it. I'd follow you again if I could, honestly.
I make a lot of bets that I probably shouldn't. I said at 750, if I got it at the same time, I'd go out to eat at a restaurant dressed as Kirito.
Oh my god!
I'm not bringing the sword because
I'll be there.
Yeah.
I want to see that on Twitch. I want to see that on Twitch, bro.
Oh my god, just ordering like go to a nice Italian restaurant, get some pasta, sitting there dressed as Kirito, doing the voice.
Holding both the swords. Do you have any? God. Do you have any sliders? Any dual? Burgers?
I want some sliders.
That's actually a pretty good Kirito. I love that. God. Oh, dude, that's awesome. Okay, cool. My curiosity has been quenched. All right, Jose, what verse wouldn't you want to live in?
And now I have like 7, bro. I have like 7. That's like, it's because the thing is, like, the question is, if you're not the main character, all of the following would suck. Okay.
Yeah.
First off, Walking Dead. Oh God, bro. Even if you get Resident Evil, at least you get like superpowers, bro. Yeah. I want to be a Lycan. I've been playing Resident Evil right now. I'm like, bro, I put my hand together. I can definitely fight some zombies.
So Ray, you've been playing it?
Bro, I played it on stream.
Village? Yesterday. Oh God, Village is so good.
It's so good.
Oh hell. Lady Demetrescu. Why did they make her name so hard?
Demetrescu. I let her kill me 3 times for stream. I was like,
did you see the fly swatter?
All their names are just
the guy
on point. I like how their names are. You got Demetrescu, you got Benevito, you got Heisenberg, and whatever the
last one
is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hell no. I don't know.
Yeah, the fly swatter one where they keep going back into the Duke. She walks away. They slap her ass with a fly swatter and run back into the Duke's room. I loved it so much. It was great. All right, so
the mods are crazy.
Yeah. All right, so we have Resident Evil. We got
Resident Evil 1. It seems like it's made up, but I've explained why. And Ray will know. Hello, monkeys, Mr. Dragon Ball Z. It would be horrible to live there.
Oh God.
If it's not Cell,
one of those monkeys,
bro. If it's not Cell, it's Majin Buu. If it's not Majin Buu, it's Frieza. If it's not bro, there's no way to live there.
Never ends.
No way to live there. I would rather live in Gotham than live in the Dragon Ball universe, bro.
I mean, technically everyone dies on Earth. Everyone dies on
everyone
Namek.
dies and everyone dies everywhere.
On planet Vegeta.
At least in Gotham, you have a chance.
I guess you just need money.
I'll barricade my door and say, Mr. Freeze, I'll help you with your wife. I don't know. Like,
you better hold on to those notes. Better hold on to those comments. Hey, I'm going to get to you in a second.
Okay. All right. Yeah. You're building up a war here.
The last one that I'll make, because I have a lot. I was gonna put Invincible, but obviously Invincible is just like every disaster movie ever, just like Godzilla. Yep. But I wanted to get your opinion because this is a hot take. Some people would say yes, some people would say no. Jurassic Park. Living in Jurassic
Park. If you were stuck there in Jurassic Park itself,
if the dinosaurs left the island and went full on like everywhere, like we're back to the dinosaur age. There's a reason whoever's up there played closer for the Yankees and beat them to a pump with a rock. Like, come on.
Ray, I'm gonna have to hear your opinion on this because I have some pretty strong opinions on it.
Jurassic Park?
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, are you in the park itself or are you just in the world?
The world is Jurassic Park now.
The world is okay. So you just get sent back to the Jurassic period.
Yeah. So that would suck.
Okay. So let's assume. So I like our work modern day, but dinosaurs just like drop out of the sky, like it's raining meatballs.
Yes.
Here's my thing. I really don't think we would struggle with them as much as we think we would. I don't. Do you know what a land? Do you know what a land to air missile would do to a T-Rex?
That's true.
We would be. Like, it would be like in One Piece when they go. It's like in episode 100ish where there's like they go to the island filled with the dinosaurs and they're trying to see who can get the biggest dinosaur for dinner. It's Sanji versus Zoro. I feel like that's what we'd be dealing with. Like, yeah, like sure, like it's big, but have you ever seen a recoilless tank rifle? I mean, sure. A lot of us are going down, but just put your back in a corner with a saw and you're going to be okay.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking that in the first half, as it starts, it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
But given time, and I don't think very long, given time, we would demolish them.
Yeah. The meat shortage
on the genetically modified ones again. Because we got to remember, in Jurassic World, there are genetically modified, getting smart
Bro.
T-Rexes and raptors and stuff like that.
A pterodactyl with the attitude of a velociraptor would be terrifying.
Oh, I would never touch the ocean again, though. I would never touch the ocean
Oh
again.
God, no.
No,
dude. The Leopleurodons, baby.
Oh, that would be terrible. Okay, all right. So, Mizu, what verses wouldn't you live in?
Well,
I think we know.
Here's the thing. People think I was joking. I'm serious. Like, I would not live in Gotham City. Gotham City is freaking awful. And honestly, I would rather live in Marvel's New York than Gotham, because here's the thing. With Marvel's New York, shit does happen, but it feels like it happens maybe once, twice a week. There's a thing that happens. It's catastrophic.
It's Wednesday.
Gotham is 25/8. And the problem is that not only do you have to worry about villains, you still have to worry about regular crime as well.
True. Mm-hmm.
Think about it. And plus, the part that makes me more worried about it is that the villains in Batman's Rogues Gallery are more sadistic than most Marvel villains.
Oh, yeah.
Think about it. There's a whole guy calling himself the Mad Hatter who has a whole Alice in Wonderland complex who wants to control your mind. You got a dude who makes toxin to make your deepest, worst fears come to life to a point where
I'll
take Jurassic Park you with riddles before you could do anything.
And then
could you imagine being confused as you just tell me the answer. Tell me the answer or kill me. I don't care.
Here's the thing. And there's other villains that may not as known as the ones that we know. Like, there's one dude who literally cuts himself different lives for how many people he has killed. And he has movies called, like, I think The Calendar Man, something like that.
Yeah.
He's a crazy serial killer.
He's an assassin.
Run free.
He's an assassin.
Here's another thing.
Yeah.
Even though we have Batman doesn't kill them. Batman doesn't do anything with them. All he does is put them in an Arkham City, or not Arkham City, Arkham, which is a failed system in itself, and they just get away all the time. Then let's say this. Let's say you are going to work. You're going to work. You're driving there. Out of nowhere, as you walk into your workplace, you are held hostage by the Riddler because he wants to pull some jigsaw, nonsensical riddle on you.
Yep.
Of course, Batman comes in and saves the day, I guess. You had to go home. Next thing you know, as Rey was putting it, Killer Croc bursts through your damn toilet.
Yep.
Fighting Batman. And now you have to deal with that consequence. Now you have to live in with your family member, because even though Gotham is a terrible place, the rent will still be high because of all the aristocrats that still live there. Because they still pulling strings, making
Batman,
rent
good guy.
No damn
Thomas
reason.
Wayne, bad guy.
Yeah, it's not like Batman's paying to fix your house when something falls through it.
Mm-hmm. No, the insurance company's not paying you for.
And here's the thing: this is my whole philosophy. Like, a billionaire is not a good person. A billionaire is never a good person. And Batman is a billionaire, and even though he dresses up as a bat to fight people, which is kind of a problem in itself.
Yep.
But anyway, then that whole thing happens. Next, you have to live with your family member at their house, and let's say you want to relieve the stress, you want to, relieve your stress, and then I don't know where Batman shows up and beats your ass because
wrong place,
it's not
wrong
legal
time.
there anymore. Like, and that's the part that kills me with it. It's like, imagine
sparking up.
Oh, that's the thing. Music brought up a good point. It's like, you don't even have to worry about Batman as rogue gallery. You have to worry about Batman too, because if you take a piece of gum,
you have to worry about Batman. Imagine jaywalking down the street, getting your ass beat by a 14-year-old kid named after a bird.
In red and green spandex.
In red and green spandex.
I would be so pissed. Imagine your wife is walking with you.
Imagine your group chat. The group chat would be living, bro. The group chat would never let me live that down.
And let's say
you steal like a pack of juicy fruit, and Batman just jumps like off a building. Justice.
Compound fractures your arm.
No, but let's say this. Let's say you somehow survive the encounter with the 14-year-old boy. He has backup. There's a woman dressed up as Batman who beats the crap out of you. There's a black dude named Batwing who has a freaking cybernetic Iron Man bat suit.
Yeah.
Like, the whole Bat family is insane.
It's like that fight back thing. Just like you're like at Costco and you slip like a free sample into your pocket, like an extra one. It's just the whole back gallery.
Yeah.
Like, fight back.
You have Damien trying to stab you.
Plus, Batman got their own ninjas. They got the League of Assassins, and then let's say you want to get higher up in the society. You can't get higher up in Gotham society because there's this whole thing called the Quarter Isles, who are a bunch of aristocrats who get off on the idea of you suffering in the city.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Gotham.
Mizu wins.
Gotham's not great. My choice, I wore a shirt to commemorate it, would be Hunter x Hunter. Okay, this is my favorite anime of all time. I'm dedicating an entire half sleeve to it. But I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. On top of the fact that there's an entire family that has specialized in being able to pull out hearts without making any blood, like that takes a lot of work. On top of the fact that they have a child who if you answer incorrectly will just squish you. But there's a place there called York New, definitely not based off New York, that a bunch of people with incredible back tattoos just decided to destroy because they wanted to make a buck. They were literally just there to make a buck. And guess what? One of them, Frankenstein, has bullets that come out of his fingers, and doesn't matter if you have guns that shoot bullets back because they don't affect him. Because if you have controlled Nen, bullets don't affect you anymore. And that is terrifying. On top of that, if you live in what is essentially supposed to be, I guess, technically like North Korea equivalent, a giant animalistic ants took you and ate your brains. And then guess what? You came back as them, but you don't remember, unless like you do. Some of them remember. And it's just a terrifying existence filled with people who just got their license. They got one of these. And guess what? Now they can do anything illegal ever, okay? It's legal now, okay? Because they're hunters. And what does that mean? We're not entirely sure. But now we have a ruling class of people who have abilities like Bungie and Gum simultaneously. And they will do whatever the hell they want to you. So that is my choice. That or Apocalypse. I don't want to live in Apocalypse.
I mean, it's probably worse if you're 14 because then Hisoka has a reason to come after you.
Yeah, you better not have Promise because then there's a clown. There's a clown with face makeup on who is very powerful, and he will get excited when he sees you. You're gonna get predated on. So yeah, no, definitely not Hunter x Hunter. Yes, okay, so that is. Oh God. I'm loving it. Yes, no, so Hunter x Hunter is my choice. Legitimately terrifying. I think those are all very good. I certainly don't feel like I came the hardest. I feel like I gotta say, I feel like when it boils down to it, listen, we based this off a video about not wanting to live in Gotham. I do have to give this
big
one
facts.
to Mizu,
no, yeah,
because my man came with the receipts. But yes, so Ray, I have a question for you now that we've gone through this thematic thing. What are you watching right now?
Right now, I'm watching Food Wars.
Hell yeah. Fourth plate? Fifth plate?
I'm on third, actually.
Okay. Are you watching any of our seasonal animes that are up here right now?
Not at the moment.
Okay. So we're in the chef making up. Okay, because we have a little thing that we do here called winners and losers of the week, where each and every one of us has something that we define as the winner, as the loser. And so let's say when Mortal Kombat came out, Warner Brothers or anybody who wanted a coherent story about a video game was the loser. But the winner was no one, because no one won with that movie. But except for Kano, he was the sole good thing about that movie. So we actually are going to get into winners and losers here, and I was wondering if maybe you wanted to join us.
Sure.
Awesome. Okay, so I'll go first. I'll give a little example. I asked if you're watching the seasonal animes because my winners and losers have largely to do with the TV shows that are going on right now. And so I'm gonna open with my loser, Mugen Train. Mugen Train is my loser this week because I know, and I actually am very interested to get your guys' opinion on this. We've never seen an anime movie win an Oscar for Best Animated Movie, ever. And I thought Mugen Train was a for sure lock on it because I hadn't seen any other good animated movies this year. But me and my girlfriend sat down last night. We watched Mitchell versus the Machines, and I cried like a small child. And now I know that Mugen Train is not going to win an Oscar. What do you guys think? Do you guys think in our lifetime anime will ever become mainstream enough that we'll see it win an Oscar? Ray, do you think so?
Eventually, yeah, I think it will.
And like, do you think that it's gonna come in like a standalone, like Your Name or something like that, or do you think it's going to be like a continuation movie like DBZ Broly or Mugen Train?
Well, I mean, I could see it being a standalone, but if it were to be an ongoing, I don't think it would be Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I mean, oh god, can you imagine Dragon Ball winning an Oscar?
No way.
They won't shut. The DBZ fans won't shut up.
It's a better chance of Hunter x Hunter being continued.
Don't do that. No, he's teaching his wife. He's teaching his wife. What the new season? Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. It's not gonna get.
At this point, they should change Gon's name to Gon.
Yeah,
does that E to his name?
My heart. But yes, and so that was my first loser of the week. Well, I mean, Jose, Mizu, what do you guys think? Do you ever think we'll see that in our lifetime?
Damn, I think so. I think so. We would, but honestly, it won't be the anime that you think would win. Like, I can definitely see it happening. But if you're expecting like a battle shonen, I don't think so. Maybe
Kengan or Shura
you would
wins
think that
Oscar.
Demon Slayer, you would think that Demon Slayer would, because since it surpassed Spirit Away in like numbers and
did it actually?
It surpassed Spirit Away in
bro.
sales.
It did.
So,
that's what I was saying, bro. That was what I was telling you. It could break a lot of records, but it's just like the Western Hemisphere has other tastes, I guess.
Bro, we don't need those. Okay.
Yeah, and I think know that. And I think all the ones that are kind of like, maybe I think that if any genre could win an Oscar for anime, I think it would be more like slice of life anime would do that.
Like Your Name.
Slice of life anime will be the type to win Oscars, or depending on the premise of that show. And like for example, maybe if they kept it together, Promised Neverland could have been pretty big. It could have been, it's nuanced, it's different. It's like the whole concept of it is crazy.
It's incredible. It was incredible. It was very good.
But of course, things didn't go all the way through. But
it went all the way through. They just
they just they missed a lot of parts. So
Ray, did you see Promised Neverland?
I actually didn't.
You didn't? Oh, you have to. Season 1 is incredible. It's kind of like Tokyo Ghoul. Just watch season 1, enjoy it for what it was, and just forget it ever existed.
I heard about season 2.
Yeah, it was kind of a nightmare. Okay, and then my second loser is 80 people who got close to people in 86. We have our second Akame ga kill on our hands here. There is no mercy. There is no mercy amongst anything. If you get close to a character, you're going to lose them. Better get used to it. My last and final loser is people who forgot how To Your Eternity started, because, oh my God, this week's episode was an absolute gut punch. Listen, this show started with introducing you to the nicest person you've ever seen in anime and then ripping him away. Okay. If you forgot how that started, you're going to be real upset with this week's episode. I'm not going to spoil it. But trust me, if you thought that this show was going to change its stripes, you were wrong. You were wrong. And then my winner for the week is vampires and robot fans, because we got a new season of Castlevania, and we all are going to be doing a deep dive on season 4 next week. Ray, have you dipped a toe into the Netflix original Castlevania?
Oh, I have.
Okay.
I've watched all 3 seasons. I have to watch the 4th. I haven't.
The 4th is.
I'm ready though.
I'm on episode 3 right now, and trust me, you are ready, because it is incredible. What do you think about the show in general?
It's so good. First season was amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I think in terms of what we're getting animated style, like the way we're getting those battle scenes, the way like even the voice acting is incredible. I adore it.
Yes.
I think it's a very good adaptation of a video game, because like let's see, so at Dota had an adaptation. And Dota is very lore heavy, but so is Castlevania. I think Castlevania is doing a really good job of choosing what lore they want to, impart into the show. And so I think it's incredible. And also at the same time, and this is kind of what we talked about with Yasuke, I mean, is we're getting like really cool characters of color. Isaac is incredible. Isaac is so cool, and he's a very diverse
Isaac is
character.
fantastic.
He's an awesome character, and he's getting more screen time, and I love it. So if you guys are a fan of vampires or robots, because Love, Death, and Robots also got new seasons. And if you guys are unfamiliar with Love, Death, and Robots, it's an episodic 8-episode series. They just got on to season 2, and every week they do a new animation studio. And it's a different story. And listen, you're going to watch some of the episodes and you'll be like, why? I want a second episode of this. But oh my God, it's incredible. Jose, who are your winners and losers?
Ooh, okay. There's multiple. For winners, I would say vampires as well. Yes. I finished I already watched the first season of Castlevania, but never got along to doing the other ones. I will catch up also on that. But I have played most of the games, and it's a pretty faithful recreation of the. Well, there's convoluted stories in the actual games, but I highly recommend you do play those. Yes. Because the story and just the way that like the plot twists and turns is just magnificent, and the animation is really good. Like that first season, bro, when Dracula lands on like Gresset, it's like his army just like
his face of fire,
bro, it's
coming
ridiculous.
down. Oh so incredible, bro. And it's so gore. It's blood sea level gory. Yeah, it's just people getting ripped in half. Oh my God.
Bro, I love it. I love that. I love another winner of the week is well, in my opinion, right? Fushiguro is my winner of the week, because I was catching up on JJK, and Fushiguro got his MC moment, and I'm like, bro, domain expansion. I needed it. I wanted it. Yes, I want that. And also Omega, bro. Omega from Bad Batch. She got a family, bro. She got her own room. She got me to tear up.
Really?
I tear up for everything though, bro. Like everything that brings me emotion. Yeah, I'm a big softie. But for my losers though, I also bring it down hard, bro. Crosshairs.
Fuck that guy.
Crosshairs. His all of his moral compass is gone. Mans is a full-on shill for the Empire.
Not necessarily his fault.
True. Big facts. He did get his brain rearranged. That is very true. Big facts. So definitely Crosshairs. Another loser of the week is probably every Resident Evil player having to kill Lady Dimitrescu. Spoiler alert! In like literally the first hour.
Spoiler alert! The villain dies.
Yeah, I know.
What do you think? We're gonna marry her in the end? She's not a love interest.
I know, but like, I mean,
she can't be your big mommy milker. You gotta put her down.
Yeah, bro. Dude,
you're not gonna get her.
It is crazy that she was the first to go too.
Yeah. A man can dream, bro.
They used her as a marketing ploy, like,
bro. It worked on me.
It worked on everyone.
It worked on me.
It's off Switch for days.
Bro, I love it. I love the game so far. So Lady D got definitely destroyed. And she is a loser of the week. And then the biggest loser of the week, I think, is comic book fans. I think because I think it's pretty much confirmed that Henry Cavill is not going to be playing Superman anymore, which is sucky. That's why I said Ray. I don't know if you caught the last episode or like the Mortal Kombat episode. But basically the way that I was talking to Nick and Mizu is that like we should stop giving Warner Brothers the rights to things. Because they
can we just give everything to Disney?
Yeah, that's what I was saying, bro.
Name the last thing they fucked up. Name the last time Disney missed,
bro.
Live action movies.
All
the live action remakes.
Yeah, true. Big facts. Percy Jackson, maybe. No, well, they didn't produce that.
Avatar.
True.
Yeah,
true. But yeah, that's
did
what
they make Assassin's Creed? No,
they didn't. No. Oh, thank God.
If they did, it would have been good.
DC messed up, but like last segue on my part. That's a great moment for Disney to capitalize because I don't know if you guys know, there is a certain mythological helper called Hercules that is in need of being casted.
Hercules.
And who better to play Hercules than the man that played Superman? So that's all I'm saying.
And The Witcher.
Give
me that bat scene.
Hey,
Lordy.
Call his agent, Disney. Call his agent. He
would be a really good Hercules.
Bro, call his agent. We already got Russell Crowe. That's a controversial casting, honestly, because we need Zeus.
As Zeus,
bro.
I don't hate that.
Bro,
I don't hate that. Liam Neeson was Zeus once.
I know, but like they were doing so good with keeping it like, I don't know. I don't know. I
Who
just
would you want?
Bro. Okay. The thing is that like, he's already casted, bro. He's already casted. I would have. He's already casted as Blade, but I wanted Mahershala Ali as Zeus.
Ooh,
I wanted
really?
Mahershala Ali as Zeus.
Interesting.
Bro,
cool.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we shouldn't shy away. Bro, race is not an important part of these characters' lives. Like the Greeks come in all shapes and sizes. True. I wanted John David Washington to play Mr. Fantastic. I don't know if you don't know who that is. That is the
John David Washington was the main character from Tenet. Right?
Yes. He is literally Denzel Washington's son, and he has his own merits. But
is
like,
he actually?
Yes,
that makes a lot of sense.
Son. Yeah. And like, I think he has the gravitas and the chops to play Zeus. And dude, could you imagine Mahershala Ali leading the Council of the Gods, just like sitting there? I was like, oh, I wanted that. But yes, I'll just say Hercules, get Henry Cavill. Ray, give us your winners and losers,
please.
Okay.
You understand how it goes now.
I'm gonna do it off stuff I recently watched.
Let's go. Sure.
Let's see. So for losers, I've been catching up on Hunter x Hunter.
Oh, don't you dare go there.
Listen.
It's my baby.
Hunter x Hunter is this type of thing that I like to categorize as a word called boring.
Oh. Ooh. I invited him, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
I invited him.
Now, I liked the entire Greed Island arc. I found that interesting.
Fair.
I liked the York New arc.
Fair.
I did not care for the Chimera Ant arc.
Cover the tattoo, Nick. Cover the tattoo and push down the emotions. All right. Continue, please.
I also don't like Gon as a main character. I despise him.
I don't hate that take, but
Tropico is much better.
Okay. All right. So the loser is Hunter x Hunter or the Chimera Ant arc?
It's just Hunter x Hunter as a whole.
Okay. All right. My heart's dying a little.
Now, I actually just recently, for winners, I watched this anime on Netflix. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's called Blood of Zeus.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, if you like gore like Resident Evil, Blood of Zeus is finding the right word. It's just beautiful.
I watched that like a year ago.
How have we not covered that, bro? Oh God!
I watched it like a year ago, and it was it's made by the same people. It's animated by the same people who do Castlevania.
It's so good,
and it is incredible. You're right. Oh my God! And they're coming out with a season 2.
Yep,
they are.
That's, you know what? I like that. I like that a lot because it is. I mean, it's a very interesting take on Greek mythology. It covers. I forget which sun it is. Which sun is it?
I believe the son is an original character from what we've been told.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's his name?
I forgot the name.
You meant as in Zeus's son. I think you meant the sun god. I was
Zeus's son.
Yeah, Blood of Zeus was about Vlad. Wait, no, that's who it was created by. Gotcha. But yes, no, it is definitely an incredible show, guys. And if you are kind of in a backlog and you do, I mean, we are talking Heron. If you guys do like Castlevania, guess what? This is a great show for you to watch because it is incredible. It's very gory and it does deal with that great Greek mythological vibe. You see Zeus be an asshole. You see, no, actually the real asshole is Hestia.
Yeah.
Hestia Hera, not Hestia.
Yeah, Hera.
But oh my God, it's incredible. You deal with the Titans and everything. If you like God of War, any of that, great show. All right.
Here's
what
the
Percy
funny
Jackson should have been.
I love how you say that it's an interesting take on Greek mythology when like it's not. It's just a fact.
It's just mythology. Yeah.
The Greek gods are terrible individuals.
Yep.
The worst pantheon I've ever seen in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I would take the Norse. I would take the Norse pantheon over the Greeks
in terms of terribleness.
Zeus would go with anything with a pulse,
bro. Yeah, bro.
I mean, he shoots a shot.
Yeah, there's a reason I like Kratos more than I do the Greek god
because he took him out,
bro. Kratos did the Lord's work
for real. And I love the fact that the part that irritates me is that Kratos Loki, he's like upset about it, like, oh yeah, like I did all these terrible things. I'm like, no, Kratos, you did a service.
Yeah.
You did something really good.
Public
Zeus
service, bro.
Got rid of him.
Zeus had to go. Poseidon, all of them had to go.
He the way he kills Hercules is just like the way he kills all of them.
And the thing is, have y'all read Percy Jackson by any chance? Like those books?
Yes.
Right. You were saying that Blood of Zeus is the way they should have done Percy Jackson, the movie or the books?
No, the movies. The books are fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Movies. Oh,
not so much. I don't think I've actually even seen the movies. I don't think I have.
The first one, like the first one's okay, but
don't watch.
If you like the books, don't watch the movies.
Okay.
Just don't.
Do you guys remember Aragorn?
I actually like that movie.
You liked that? I was like 12 and I realized that movie sucked.
I don't know, but I liked it.
I liked the idea, but I didn't like the movie.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Continue, Jose. What were you saying?
No, yeah, I was gonna say that like I'm excited that Disney's actually taking the reins and actually making the series for Percy Jackson, because like they explain what we're talking about, like the gods being terrible people. Like they touch upon that, bro. Like these are absentee fathers and mothers that just literally throw. They went to the Goku school of raising your children and just literally put your children out into pasture and like let them figure it out. And maybe that you did great, buddy. Like
I went to the Pantheon to get goat milk and never came back.
Exactly. Wait, I think you just stumbled onto something, sir. I think we have our question for next week.
What?
Worst dad? Who's the worst dad in all of fiction?
Think, Mark. Think.
What will be here in 500 years? Please, Ray, tell me you watched Invincible, right?
Of course, I've watched. I made one of my friends actually make me a model on VR chat of Omni-Man.
Dude, let's talk about it. We gotta talk about it. We gotta.
Okay, so yeah, actually, we'd be remiss if we didn't get your opinions on the show, on the finale, on all of it.
Oh my god, it was fantastic.
So we definitely were talking about the motivations of Omni-Man as a villain, and whether or not we side with him logistically. Like, where do you fall on the conversation around like Omni-Man's motivations?
Well, I mean, Omni-Man's entire motivation was basically for the Viltrumites. They wanted to take over the planet, and that was Omni-Man's main goal. Yeah. So Mark fighting against Omni-Man is trying to save the planet, but Omni-Man just straight up beat the shit out of him.
Rocked shit. Put him in the shadow zone. Yeah.
Put him in the shadow realm.
Exactly. And so we were talking like does existence under the Viltrumites, like, does that constitute a better existence? So we were talking antagonistically, like because we're talking what antagonist do we agree with? Excuse me. And so we were saying, like, is it better? Should Mark side with Omni-Man? Because is Omni-Man right in Mark's, like, to Mark?
I mean, I see it like this. If they were ruled by the Viltrumites, I see it the same way as being ruled by the Saiyans. So you have to listen to exactly what they say, and if they don't like you, they're killing you instantly. Yeah. If you do one thing that's bad, like, it's same thing with like Batman and Gotham. Like, you jaywalk and they don't want you to jaywalk, punch, you're dead.
You're getting your knees kicked backwards.
Oh,
your knees are gonna explode.
Yeah,
looking like a flamingo.
You never existed in the first place.
Did you have a favorite character in Invincible? Like was it Mark? Was it Omni-Man? Was it the guy who Seth Rogen plays, Cecil?
Let me think.
Liking Cecil. I could see you banging with Cecil.
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly liked Omni-Man. The first episode. That first episode was just beautiful.
Glorious. Set the pace for the rest of the show for sure.
Dude, I think they just set them up as like it subverted your expectations for what a superhero
should look like,
anime / whatever it could look like. Because I know we got like My Hero Academia, but like this is like the traditional way that superheroes are portrayed in like the Western Hemisphere, and they just went full on The Boys with it. And it's like, I like this.
It was incredible. Are you keeping up with MHA, Ray?
Oh, yeah, of course.
So me and Reezy were talking recently. We like as recently, like an hour ago. We said this week's episode probably the best episode of the season.
Oh yeah, so far definitely.
Like, we had our MHA moment where I got tingles down my spine, and so we've had this theory going, and I feel like it's not even a theory anymore at this point. But Dobby is Endeavor's son, right? Dabby.
Yes.
Like there's no, like, he's the son they keep referring to.
Yeah, so I believe in the war arc, it was revealed. That,
okay.
It was stated by him to Endeavor, and it absolutely just shattered Endeavor and Todoroki.
I love that. Okay, so we're working our way towards that. We're waking. Okay, I love that. Okay, so that's good. I feel validated. So yes, we're excited to see where it's going. We're gonna get a big battle next week. But before I mean, MHA is incredible and we're all looking forward to it. But Mizu, we haven't heard your winners and losers yet.
So my
stock price, rent in Gotham, loser or winner, I guess, because it's going down after that burn.
So first of all, my winner, since we talked about Castlevania a little bit earlier, my winner will have to be Isaac. I just love the character development that Isaac is getting. I like how he is like, I like
building his own personality.
For real. And I like how Castlevania is giving me like low-key Game of Thrones undertones, or like the thing about Dracula is gone. And now everybody, especially vampires, are scrambling for power and things like that. We see the 4 vampire women doing their own thing, and Isaac. And to me, if I had to root for a bad guy, I'm rooting for Isaac. I'm rooting for Isaac.
Is he even a bad guy anymore? Like, can we call him a bad guy?
It's a matter of perspective. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you could call him a bad guy. I mean, or you could. I mean, the world of Castlevania is just crazy. So to the point where I'm not gonna lie, I often forget about Trevor and Saya, because I'm just like, oh yeah, I forgot they're the heroes. But like, this going over here is really interesting. Like, you got these 4 vampire women trying to tackle all of
Hector's placing runes all over the castle. Like what's going on there? Like, there's like legitimately interesting side characters developing everywhere.
Yes, and I think that's my only winner. My two losers are, speaking of that, Hector. I'm not gonna lie, Hector. I haven't seen the third episode yet.
Lucky right now, man.
Hector, I don't know why, but to me, Hector just annoys me because like he's so oblivious to stuff that you clearly know what's going on. Like, dude, it was obvious what that vampire woman was doing. Like, and you still kind of.
You're telling me you wouldn't fall for it?
No, I wouldn't, because I'm not a dumbass.
I'd like to say I'm a smart man, but I would have felt for it.
Don't get me wrong, she is beautiful, but it's clear as day.
Oh, I would have fell right into that trap. Would have fell right into that trap.
You're fall for that. You're a simp.
Oh, well,
exactly.
I'm a super intense Minecraft player, all right? Because I am falling for it.
I would have known that she was up to something as soon as she kept saying good boy, sounding like a dog, treating him like a dog. I'm like, oh yeah, you're treating him like a dog. I know what you're trying to do. Yeah, this is not gonna happen.
Treat me like a dog. I can bark.
Especially Carmilla, you want him to join your crew, but you beat the crap out of him and expect him to follow you.
Is that say
I'm not gonna lie. I am not looking forward to the
sniper monkey.
The 4 vampire ladies, because I just feel like their plans just kind of, it's interesting, but I hope they fail. I'm not gonna lie. I hope Isaac comes in and just rocks their shit. My second loser is all the people who didn't pick Gotham as the worst place to live in.
This guy.
Like
Jose has the simp posted on shit.
Yes. Facts. Lady D, baby. Lady D.
Lady D. Here's the thing. Lady D may be dead, but you know who's still alive? As far as I am in Castlevania. Striga, who is also an 8-foot vampire woman. Okay? I mean, technically, she's a lesbian, so we don't have a chance. But I
would be terrified if I met that woman. I'm not gonna lie, compared to Demetria.
She has one of the most badass moments I've seen in anime in a long time. In episode 2 or 3, I can't remember which one.
2. I know what you're talking about. That's what I'm afraid of.
I'm
afraid of her quicker than Demetrius.
Holy shit, that scene was incredible. But okay, cool. Got our winners and losers down.
I got one thing. If you guys have time.
You have gorgeous handwriting.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Nice handwriting.
I know we can make a whole podcast about this, and I was actually thinking about doing a whole one of the podcasts.
Next podcast with that. Coming up.
But just a quick one, like a quick fire last question. Because I obviously I want to see what our guests think about this.
Father in fiction.
Well, yeah, we can talk about that, but I was gonna say, if you had the Elder Wand of pop culture, if Cinderella's fairy godmother gave you the power to green light one thing in pop culture, and you guarantee its success, so whatever it is, it's guaranteed to be a success. What would you do? It can be like anime, it can be like Western, it can be whatever you want. Yeah, but you have to guarantee its success. Like it's a global hit. What do you want, Ray?
Yeah, Ray. We'll talk about this, I guess. Yeah, Ray, go.
We need the Black Clover movie to win an Oscar.
You want Asta on the big screen?
Well, Black Clover is getting a movie.
Is it really?
Yeah, you guys you didn't hear about that?
Clearly, I'm living under a rock. No, I haven't heard about this.
No, I haven't.
Black Clover. Yeah, Black Clover is apparently getting a movie. It was news a few weeks ago.
Oh my God, I must have missed that.
When it does get a movie, I want that movie to do not only better than Demon Slayer, but I want it to bring all of these anime fans together who are just hating on Black Clover for no reason together, and then just have Black Clover be this big staple, like how the Big Three was.
So right now, Black Clover is dealing with the issue where it's essentially caught up with its manga, but they don't want to put out fillers because, integrity. And that makes sense. And I love that move by them. So is this movie going to be canon, or is this movie going to be kind of like a Naruto movie where it's, just like
I don't know exactly. Okay. But from what I do know, the movie is being made so that there is time to write more chapters for Black Clover.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I like that. I like that a lot. And I mean, Black Clover, I would say it's hard to talk a current big three because there is a big three, it's obviously Naruto, Bleach, One Piece. But I'd say the current big three, you can't even, it doesn't matter what your iteration of it is. Black Clover's got to be in there. I think it's, if I had to make one, I'd say it's Demon Slayer, Black Clover, and then MHA probably are my big three right now.
JJK.
Listen, Jujutsu definitely has the potential to be there.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, it's a masterpiece. Yeah, Toto, I will boogie to that big three. Besto friendo. But yes, so a successful Black Clover movie. I'll be there. Are you kidding me? I'll put my headband on. Like I'd get out there. So, but a unifying cause. Why do you think Black Clover gets the hate it does, Ray?
See, a lot of people hate on Black Clover. Most of it's the Naruto fandom, because the Naruto fandom likes to claim that Black Clover copied every single thing that it did.
Yeah. They do that.
You copied our Hokage. You copied our goal. I didn't realize Naruto created having goals.
Yeah. And they're, I mean, that is the thing. People tend to equivalent, like what is the word I'm looking for? Like make equivalences between. And so that can be annoying, for sure. Yeah, because like I said, people do it with Jujutsu Kaisen as well, being like, this is based off Naruto, and it's like, actually, it's based off Bleach. But we won't talk about that.
One thing that you guys wouldn't like hearing, I know you don't like Sasuke, so people say that Yuno and Sasuke are exactly the same character. Yuno and Sasuke are nothing alike.
Drastically different.
Good Lord, they're not even close.
Yeah, just because they're both talented, like gothic characters, doesn't mean it doesn't mean they're the same character.
It's like Asta and Naruto, they're the same character.
Just because they're both dumb blondes.
They're the same character.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
Yeah, no, they're drastically different characters with different motivations just because they look alike from just because like on a surface level they may appear similar. It doesn't mean it's the same show. So I like that. You know what? Yeah, a unifying one world moment where we all realize, listen, guys, maybe you think it's like Naruto, maybe you don't. Regardless, it's good. It's good TV. It's good TV. It's a great movie. We're getting anime coming into the mainstream. We're making billions of dollars off Mugen Train. Let's make $1 trillion off the Black Clover movie. And God damn it, let's come together as a family. Because we're all weebs.
We all saw what Demon Slayer did. Because of Demon Slayer's success, now a lot of people like more anime because of Demon Slayer. So Black Clover brought even more people. More people join the fandom. They're unified. They don't fight over, can this one beat Goku? Or it's like all this other dumb stuff.
But can he? But could Goku beat Goku? Is the real question.
I hate
Could Goku beat Goku? I made a video on this.
I know. I saw you make it. Yes.
I don't know if Goku can outpower Goku, because Goku can outspeed Goku, and if Goku outspeeds Goku, then he can't really outpower Goku because Goku's too fast for Goku to be able to deal with, because Goku can just outspeed him and tie Goku before Goku has the chance to fight back.
Exactly. And that's canon, ladies and gentlemen. He has done the research.
He's done the power scaling.
All right, Ray, I want to say thank you so much for joining us today. Dude, this has been a lot of fun.
No problem.
It's great finally getting to talk to you. We've all been mutuals for so long. We're always tapping. I feel like I know y'all before I even talk to you, which is always weird because I know your opinions, I know your likes, I know your wants, all that. So it's great getting to chat with you. Do you want to go ahead and plug your socials so we can get up to that Asuna cosplay?
All right, well, all of my socials are the same thing. They are all Rey Voices along Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, and of course TikTok.
Incredible. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. That's Rey Voices. We want to see him in that sleek white number. We want to see him looking like this little fine piece with a rapier and all. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am Nixie Comedy. Oh, hold up. We have an announcement. I got so excited I nearly forgot.
Oh,
ladies
true.
and gentlemen, our podcast has been picked up. Yeah, that's right. We're fucking professionals, baby. We have been given the unique and very incredible offer to join the Believe Podcast Network. And we are all simps, and we are going to be converting over to that. So guess what, ladies and gentlemen, you're gonna be hearing ad reads. People are gonna pay us to be on this.
Yes, sir.
Can you imagine how we start off the ad like this? Like, do you have shaving problems? Well, I'll tell you, Goku might have had shaving problems too. But here's the whole ad you can get right here called shaving.com.
Hold up. If we get
I'll do them in Spanish.
If we get Manscaped, be like, listen,
oh yeah, Manscaped.
Like Saiyan's hair may not grow, but yours does. Ladies and gentlemen, are you having pube problems? Manscaped, get the lawnmower. That's a free ad. We don't know if Manscaped will be
no free advertising.
Yeah, boy, do I have something for you.
We have the lawnmower monkeys. Yes.
Monkeys.
Oh, we're gonna get dropped so quickly. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are professionals now. We will be converting all of our backlog. We still own our IP. Nothing's changing for you. We're gonna talk about what we want. We're allowed to leave whenever, but people are going to be paying us to be on this show. So you might hear an ad read every once in a while. That's just us being professionals, ladies and gentlemen. And we appreciate all of you who have already started joining the Weeb Weekly Alliance. We love that. The downloads have been going up, guys. We appreciate it. And if you love the podcast, leave a 5-star review. And if you hate us, leave a 4-star review. And that's the worst you can do. I am Nixie Comedy on TikTok, NC Hammer 23 on Twitch and YouTube. Jose?
Tropical Joe, wherever you choose to see me. I'm Tropical Joe, the Tropical Joe. Wherever you go, Tropical Joe is where you go.
And Mizu, please.
I am Mizu Shug on Instagram. I'm also Mizu Shug on YouTube and obviously on TikTok. Check it out. Please, again, don't pick Gotham.
Don't pick Gotham. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't want to be there. All right. Thank you so much.
And before we leave, also check out Rey Voices too, just in case the takes get too hot.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you were looking for the hottest takes on anime out there, you got Rey Voices. And once again, thank you so much for joining us today, man. We appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. Anytime, man.
Anytime. All right. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. When SAO comes out with another season and a movie that unifies the world, and Rey is seething with anger because everyone is now dressing as Kirito, you better believe he's on this show. But until next week, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you later. Goodbye.